Sussex County Debate Forum tonight with Recorder of Deeds Office. Up next, we have Democrat incumbent Recorder of Deeds John Brady and his Republican challenger Scott Dailey on the stage with us tonight. We're happy to have you both here. And John, we're going to give you 2 minutes for an opening statement. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm John Brady. I've been the County Recorder of Deeds since 2003. When I took office, we had one recording window. We recorded about 50,000 documents a year. And the worst day I ever had as recorder was July 6, 2003. One person got in line at 8:25 in the morning, and they weren't finished at 4:20. They were the only customer that day. And I tried to improve the system by putting temporary limits on the amount of documents one person could record at a time. We were able to upgrade the system at no cost. No tax dollars are used to operate the Recorder of Deeds office. We haven't raised fees since I took office. It was raised the year before I got there. This past year we did 55,000 documents. We had turned over a surplus of fee revenue of almost $2.5 million to the county for public safety. We've cut the budget 22% over the last 4 years, and through attrition I've cut the staff by 4 positions or 22%. I've tried to do the right thing in office. Looking forward to your questions, Dan. I'm sure we're going to have questions about all the different parties I've been, and I just enjoy good party, but I really enjoy public service here for the good folks of Sussex County, and thank you.
All right, and with a 2-minute opening statement, here is Republican Scott Dailey.
Good evening, and thank you all for having us here tonight. It's a beautiful facility. As a longtime attender at Eagle's Nest, it's nice to finally come here and see the church. I've heard lots about it. I've watched it, and I don't listen to it be birthed throughout the time I've spent in Milton. So it's wonderful to be here. I am running for the Recorder of Deeds. I'm running as a Republican. I'm running as a local business person with no political experience and no great political aspirations. I've been motivated over the last couple of years over what I've seen go on in our country, and I was challenged earlier this year to take that feeling, that concern for the direction of our country and apply it to some type of service. I've been a Christian youth minister trying to outreach to youth since 1994, and my wife and I, we live in Lewis. We decided that in August it was going to be our time to sort of retire from that, and from going from middle school youth ministry, the only true adult I guess comparison I could find was politics. So we decided, and I've always been very interested. I am a small businessman. I run a company called Capstone Homes. We operate mostly in Sussex County, and we've been very blessed by God to grow tremendously over the last couple of years in a very challenging market. I think I can take my private sector experience and take the Recorder of Deeds office and Mr. Brady's record and improve upon it dramatically, both in terms of its level of customer service, its attention from the office holder of Recorder of Deeds, and from the perspective of the net revenue generated for the county.
All right, thank you very much. Our first question will start with Scott Dailey. Scott, I've heard you make a statement before that says, if you elect me, you'll know what you get, referring to your political party. John, you mentioned in your opening statement that you've switched around different parties. So let's talk about that a little bit. And Scott, why you feel it's important to be a particular party for the Recorder of Deeds office, and a little bit about this issue of changing parties.
Well, I think the issue of political party, it really depends on who you are as a person. I am a proud member of the Republican Party in Sussex County because I believe the Republican Party in Sussex County stands for a lot of the things I stand for as a person. The issue of party affiliation, I think, is if you're going to put that R, that D, that L, I guess, for libertarian or for whatever party behind your name, it says that you're going to associate with what that party believes. And if you're not willing to associate with what that party believes, or you don't think that party affiliation is very important, then I think you have to sit back and ask, well, where are the principles? If I didn't agree with the Republican Party, and I don't always agree with the Republican Party, then I wouldn't be a Republican. But I don't know how you can change political parties or gain the endorsement of more than one political party without the understanding that these parties have platforms, and at least to the members of the parties, they're very important.
Okay. And John, basically the same question. You were elected as a Republican, and now you're a Democrat.
Yep. In the 80s, I was an independent. I got to vote for Ronald Reagan. I got to vote for Mike Castle. I got to vote for lots of different people. Missed the chance to vote. No, actually, I did vote for Pete DuPont. So I voted for a variety of people. And I've had the opportunity to live in a couple different states, and I too have my own business. But I guess I look at it this way. As Sheriff Swanson said, what does the person look at? What does the person do? Should it be Republican, Democrat, Independent? The end of the party I'd want to be is a Sussex party. And if we had a Sussex party that stood for small, smart, local government, low taxes, good public service, good service, that'd be the party I'd join. We don't have that right now. So I got endorsed by the Working Family Party because I have a commitment to trying to get jobs. The saddest thing I see is when students leave after graduation and my time's up.
Okay, right. Thank you. Keep that hand up there so I can see you, Don. Thank you very much. All right, any discussion on that? We'll open it up for another minute if you have any rebuttals, Scott or John.
I think I understand the idea of being Sussex County first. I do think, however, that if you look at the platforms of these parties, that I'm not quite sure, if you're looking to gain the endorsement of a certain party, it means that that platform is your platform. I think it is intellectually difficult to make the jump from Republican to Democrat or Democrat to Republican. The parties are different, and they're contrasted for a reason, and what makes our country great is that we can have political parties that believe different things, but I think it's very hard for one person to say I can represent either party, because there's things there that are contradictory.
Well, I don't. I look at two great examples we've had of Democrats who are very fiscally conservative and politically conservative right here in Sussex County, Thurman Adams and Bob Venables. And I also look at Republicans. When I was in the Republican Party, they were a lot more liberal than the Republicans here in Sussex County, and you saw that in the primary election. When I left the Republican Party statewide was broken. Hopefully after this election it'll get fixed, and we'll see how they go forward at that point. But you saw the tension and the nastiness in the primary, and that's not my way. I try and do good work for the good folks here in Sussex, and that's what I want to keep doing for you.